So when I was first starting off with Chat in Manhattan, I thought it would be a great idea to do some interviews for Discovery Channel. I thought it would bring me some notoriety and get me noticed. So I filled out one of their media applications and I fabricated just slightly, but they accepted it. And I started doing interviews for them. And it started off really slow and they sent me some, mediocre talent. But towards the end, they were sending me their best people. In fact, I was turning down interviews for them at this point because they didn't meet the qualifications of what I was looking for. And I had made some really good friends over there and I had made a name for myself. People were saying, wow, that was the best interview I ever had. That show really shocked me. So it was going very well. And they would share my interviews on Facebook and Twitter to millions of people. And one day I got an email from Discovery inviting me to their annual media event in Manhattan. It was a party where they sort of thanked their people for all the interviews that they had done. And me and my husband, we scraped the money together to get me there. I still don't know how we did that. And the plan was that Garth was going to pick me up from the airport, take me back to his house, I could get ready, and then he'd drop me off. I had to come alone. I wasn't allowed to bring a guest, and this was kind of terrifying for me, but I just had to go for it. So my plane was running late and I didn't have time to go back to Gar's house. So he took me to some deli to change and get ready. And I remember walking past like the mops and the buckets into this like scrubby little bathroom with a wood door that didn't lock. And I had to get ready for this extremely important party to me at this bathroom at this deli. After that, we drove around trying to find a spot so Garth could walk me into this party because I was a little scared about going by myself. Couldn't find any parking at all, and we were right on the corner of where this hotel was, where the party was, and it was a red light, and I was already late, and Gar said, get out, just get out, jump out, just go. And in, my hustle of getting out, my heel of my shoe caught on his floorboard, and I tore it out with me as I jumped out of the car. And so now here I was, looking like a total maniac, jumping around Manhattan with this floorboard attached to the heel of my shoe. And I was just like, oh my God, I couldn't even look at the people standing around me because I just couldn't even see the expressions on their face. I did get the floorboard off and I proceeded to go to the hotel and go up the escalator, grab my badge, came over Discovery Channel, and then climb a flight of steps to the top of this hotel. And my heart is already racing. I mean, I just looked like a total lunatic on the corner of this, street in Manhattan. And now here I was at this discovery party trying to catch my breath and walk into a room of people. I had no idea who any of these people were. I was late and people were already in their pods and talking to their little groups, and I had no choice but to just walk in and approach a group and just introduce myself and start talking. What I really wanted to do was just go in the corner and be an observer, but it was financially really difficult for my husband and me to get me there, and I just had made a commitment to myself that I wasn't leaving there without meeting at least 2 new people, and so that's what I did. And in the end, I ended up having so much fun, and I met so many really, really cool people, a lot of which I am still friends with today. And I had such a good time. I was one of the last 2 people to leave the party. Garth was texting me saying, are you done yet? I thought this was like 2 hours. And I was like, no, I'm having such a good time. So I ended up staying longer than almost everybody. And the moral of the story was, 3 days earlier, I was putting on my apron and going on my shift at Home Depot, and then I was in the middle of Manhattan with a floorboard attached to my heel, and by the end of the evening, I had made all these new connections in the industry, and I had made new friends, and I had held myself very well, and I found a new sense of self-worth, and I thought, wow, it's when you stretch yourself, you grow, and when you grow, you change, and you become stronger. And from that point on, I decided that anytime there was an opportunity, I was going to go for it no matter how terrifying it was. And nothing could be worse than, how I arrived to that situation anyway.